Well, holy crap, everybody. I didn't think this day was gonna come, and I definitely didn't think this day was gonna come so soon, but we are literally on our way to take the Corvette to its new owner. Now, before any of you jump in and say anything, the neatest thing about this is that I'm actually going to be selling it to one of you guys, a subscriber. Now, a lot of times on these videos, people will reach out in the comments and they'll ask, you know, hey, is the bike for sale? Is the car for sale? You know, if so, how much do you want for it? Yada, yada, yada. And I usually respond, hey, you know, if you're seriously interested, shoot us an email, and then I'll drop our email, you know, in the comment section and let you guys reach out. Most people, you know, either don't do that or they're not very, you know, seriously interested. Well, I started talking with one of you guys from Houston, Texas, and you're actually on your way out here right now to fly, pick up the car, and drive it back home to Houston, Texas, and I couldn't be more stoked. This car is an absolute beauty. The problem with me, as you guys know it, is I have car owner virus. I go through vehicles quickly, and I'm always wanting to try something differently. So with me, I've had this car for, you know, a year and a half now. I've done a lot of things to it, and if I continue to do what I want to do with the mod path of this car, it's going to involve putting a blower on it, and that doesn't really bode well for resale value, and it's kind of just a bad return on investment. You know, you don't really add the value of what a blower costs in the resale value of the car. So I decided I don't want to do that, but I wasn't even actively selling the vehicle. Again, it was just one of you guys reached out and asked if I would sell it, how much, and I'll keep it confidential for the sake of myself and the buyer, because I'm sure he'll watch this video, but for the sake of the buyer, I feel like we both got a pretty good deal. You know, the market's really, really crazy right now. He's getting a good deal for this car. I'm getting a fair deal for this car. I feel like it's a fair trade all the way around as far as, you know, pricing of this vehicle goes. But holy cow, am I gonna miss it. I've never felt more weird about selling a vehicle before. It's one of those cars that I've wanted for a very, very long time. And now that I'm selling, it's just surreal to me. And it's kind of one of those things to where, like, you almost got to do what makes more financial sense than what the heart wants, just because I recognize that the market on these is very strong right now. The car is probably never going to be worth much more than what it is right now. And if you guys remember, I live in Illinois, so this car was about to go into storage all winter, where it would be sitting, not being driven, and who knows what's going to happen with the market over time like that. So that's another thing that kind of makes it easier for me to want to sell it and let it go. And the fact that it's somebody that's going to be an enthusiast, they're going to appreciate the car, they're going to respect the car, I like that, I can appreciate that. I feel like the car is going to a good home. But yeah, this is kind of just my own little final goodbye driving vlog to the car here. We're cruising down the highway. We're actually going to O'Hare Airport. Like I said, the new owner is flying in and going to drive the vehicle back. So we're meeting them near O'Hare there. I'm going to show them the car, take it for a little test drive, and I do not think that he'll be disappointed. This car shows itself incredibly well. What I like to say to people is, you know, this looks like a car with 20,000 miles on it. For those of you that don't know, it's a 2011 Corvette Grand Sport. It's got about 62,000 miles on it now, and the car is in absolutely fantastic shape. So this just goes to show you guys out there that if you're ever interested in one of the vehicles that we have on the channel, don't be afraid to drop us a line and ask if we're interested in selling it. Everything is for sale for the right price. And if you guys may have seen our recent video, I think it was 1 or 2 videos ago, where we're talking about, watch out for this guy here, where we're talking about replacing the Yamaha FZ1. It was kind of a prank, not a prank because I'm still trying to sell that. That bike is actively listed now, but I had already had the sale of this vehicle aligned and set up. We already had everything figured out with the new buyer, and they were set to come out and grab it. So, you know, I was talking about selling the FZ1, but I was already basically selling this Corvette as well. And what's interesting about all of this is that I am going to go ahead and order myself a brand new Aprilia Tuono, I think, if I'm able to sell the Yamaha before the winter, which I'd really like to do, because everybody knows in Illinois, if you don't sell something before October, the chances of you selling it over the winter are very, very low. I'm telling you, it's absolutely crazy the amount of people that get in the way on the highway here and have no idea what they're doing, just hanging out in the left lane, doing far too under the speed limit. It's crazy to me. But yeah, I really don't know what else to say. This car has been incredible. It's been well maintained by me. the car is ready to go, and I think the new owner is actually going to be daily driving this car, which is pretty funny to me. You know, it'll be a good daily, especially down there in Texas where you don't really have to worry about winter. You know, who's to say we're not going to give it one or two more little rips through the gears and let the bald eagles fly before we drop off the car. But ever since I knew this deal was going down, the car pretty much sat in my garage, because once I have a buyer lined up for something, I'm terrified of driving it. You know, I don't want to risk having the car get in an accident or just any weird thing happening. So that's kind of where we're at with that there. Here you can hear the dual mode exhaust open up as we kind of roll onto the throttle there, get a little higher in the RPMs, and it's doing its thing, man. I'm comfortably cruising down the highway right now at a nice pace, 6th gear, 2,000 RPM, exhaust valves closed. One of the reasons I love this car, man, I've got this set up to be a very comfortable distance vehicle. You know, that if you want to take on a road trip, rage on a track, and drive home, you can do that. But we're gonna let somebody else do this. If I'm to replace this vehicle in the future, the market does need to readjust and correct a little bit here. Just to give you guys some ideas of what I've been looking at, I've kind of been entertaining the idea of a C7Z, an Audi RS3, or a 6th gen Camaro ZL1. So those are some of the things in the running there that I'd be interested in. Who's to say if any of those are actually going to happen, but those are just some of the things that interest me as of right now. Again, we're going to stick to the one car life for a little bit with the S3. Maybe I'll do some of the mods with that I've always wanted to do. So we'll do, you know, a hybrid big turbo on that. We'll do lowering springs, maybe like an aux fuel or, you know, multi-port injection kit, something like that. And we'll see where that takes us. And then we'll have the 2.0 and we'll do a nice little build out on that there, and we'll do some riding with that. Now that I've done an iron butt once, I want to do another one, and I think doing an iron butt on an Italian motorcycle is just the kind of torture and wildness that I'm in for. So don't be surprised if we go ahead and try an iron butt on a V4 2.0. We might give that a shot there and kind of see what happens. I'm going to end this clip here. I'll probably touch base with you as the car's driving away, or once we're a little bit closer to our destination point. But I just wanted to bring you guys in with me for my genuine reaction of driving the car to its new owner. There she goes, just cruising down the highway here. What up, I-90? All of the tolls, man. If you guys live in Illinois, you know how miserable this tollway can be. Well, just like when we picked the car up originally out in Nebraska, we're just going to do a quick little walk around of it as it goes. So it's back on the Spider wheels, windows up, AC on because it's a little bit warm today. Got the wing on the back there, dual mode exhaust looking all good. Yeah, I mean, she's ready to go. Dude said he's about 5 minutes away, so I just want to do a quick little walk around for my own memory's sake here before he shows up. But here is the last documentation of the Inferno Orange C6 Grand Sport. She's ready to go off to a new home, and yeah, I guess that's what it is. So probably once it's driving away, I'll be real weird about it, take a video of him driving out of the parking lot. Hopefully he doesn't stall or anything there. I'm at a loss for words right now. Oh, that car looks so good. I have to know that I'll never be able to buy another one of these for what I paid in this kind of shape. I've seen plenty of C6s, and a lot of them are real clappers. This one, luckily for me and the guy buying it, definitely not a clapper. Well, when we walk into the garage, this is what we are left with. A vacancy of where the Corvette used to roam. We've got some Hoosiers on the wall there to remind me of what could have been, and they are for sale. So if you're interested, drop it in the comments down below, or just search them up online. If you guys are local, you'll see them on Facebook, offer up or whatever. Got the trusty Yamaha over there, but again, this empty spot in the garage is now a permanent fixture of where the C6 Grand Sport used to be. It's gone. I didn't film when I was selling the car, just out of respect for the owner. I know certain people don't like to be on video, and I didn't want to go down that whole rabbit hole of asking if he was okay with it and going through all of that. Figured it was just better, easier off, let him take the car, let him enjoy it. He had about a 16.5-hour drive back to Houston, Texas, where he was taking the car, so let him be. Dude was super cool. So if you are watching this, I appreciate you. Thank you for making the trip out here to purchase that vehicle. I hope that vehicle serves you very well for a very long time. It's been a great car and probably one of my favorites to own, and I can't wait to hear and see what you end up doing with that vehicle. But now that the car is gone, what's gonna happen? I'm not entirely sure. The Yamaha is actually officially for sale, so if you guys are interested in this, it'd be really crazy to sell this to another subscriber. So drop it in the comments if you guys want this. We're clearing house here. We got the Corvette gone. Well, we're getting rid of the Yamaha, getting rid of the Hoosiers. It's all on its way out. I am trying to order a Aprilia 210 before the end of the year, and I want to get that maybe by the end of the month here if I can find a dealer that's got one in stock. Probably going to order from a place in California. But in order to do that, I need the Yamaha gone. So if you guys are interested, let me know. As far as what's going to be replacing the Corvette, the market is just absolutely insane right now, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's super, super difficult for me to justify spending the kind of money that cars are going for in order to replace the C6 Grand Sport. I always told myself that if I did get a C6, I'd want to go to a C7 next. But the problem with the C7s right now is that they have gone up, especially if you're looking at the Grand Sports or the Z06s, about $20,000 in value. So what used to be a $50,000 car a year and a half ago, a year ago, is now roughly a $70,000 or more dollar car. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do anything now. Probably not, probably just wait. Probably just have the good old Audi right here for now. We'll leave that in here. And if we can get the Yamaha gone in a efficient time frame manner, I would love to replace this with a spaghetti monster and get the Aprilia 210 up in this garage here for you guys, because I think that would be some really, really unique content that you don't usually see here on YouTube. You know, tons of Harley stuff, tons of Yamaha stuff, you know, a lot of dirt bike stuff. But I really don't see too much in the name of Italian motorcycles like MV Agusta, Ducati, Aprilia. So I'd love to give a chance to get my hands on a 210 V4. So if you guys want it, let me know. If not, thanks for watching it anyways. But yeah, that's gonna round out this one. Just wanted to say goodbye to the Corvette, as this garage is sad, empty, and blue. And I definitely do miss it, but it just was one of those things where if I kept the car and I dumped money into it, like throwing a blower on it, it's just gonna make it harder to sell and give myself, you know, more potential issues, or just really not any value to the car in the long run. But that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see what's coming next, because maybe we'll be replacing this. I'm not sure. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.